Hi, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my April unboxing. That's right, it is now middle of May-ish, after the middle of May, but I cannot control when these boxes arrive, so here we are, and thank you so much for joining me for what I'm pretty sure you saw in the thumbnail was kind of a massive haul. These hauls are now serving as my monthly therapy sessions, and this video is going to be brought to you by the letter F. F for Fairyloot, because that is the box we were waiting on. Who's shocked to hear this? No one's shocked to hear this. I'm not shocked to hear this. And also F for Family Curse, as in the family curse I'm fairly sure I have enacted for the year 2024. How? I'm not sure. Why? I'm not sure, but enacted it I have, so be glad you are not related to me. And now let's start with the F for fun, with the many books we have to get to in today's video. Get to our first box. This is one from Fairyloot. I thought it only appropriate to start with one of the books I have ordered from them. And let's see what it is. Thank you. You're welcome, Fairyloot. I'm sure this arrived in a very timely manner. Oh, Sulantan, Tales of the Celestial Kingdom. If you have not read Daughter of the Moon Goddess, oh my goodness, it was one of my favorite books. Like, ever. When I read it, I was totally obsessed, and I still haven't read the sequel, but I did hunt down the pretty copy because I was so obsessed with the first book, and I now own all three of her gorgeous editions. Oh, these are so beautiful. Okay, we don't have reverse dust jacket stuff going on, and the actual book's a little plain. It's so thin. I didn't realize that it was going to be as thin as it is, but the edges, at least that we are going to be on display, are beautiful. Oh, are you seeing how lovely the artwork is? I can feel the emotion in these characters. Ooh, is this two guys and a girl? Sulantan, what are you doing? I want to know. Sulantan. And I'm pretty sure these are actually hand signed, which is just amazing. You don't get that all the time anymore, especially from these bigger box companies and these bigger authors. So when I saw it was going to be hand signed, I kind of flipped and just had to get it so much. I'm kind of afraid to tell you too much about this, and these are just basically short stories from the world of Daughter of the Moon Goddess, and I think that's kind of enough to tell you. We don't know a lot about the actual stories or who they're going to entail, but they do have illustrations inside by Kelly Chong. So when I heard that there were going to actually be illustrations inside, and wow, no, they really do have full illustrations all throughout the book, I was so excited to order this book. And it's really pretty, and I'm really excited to have it. I'm so bummed it's so short, but I'm sure it's going to be delightful. I am now going to show you Once Upon a Book Club. I got their young adult box because no one else was doing a special edition of this book, and I thought it sounded really cute. It's all cottagecore-y, and while the box isn't opening, the box doesn't open. F4, find yourself a snack while I deal with some technical difficulties. So I thought this was just the cutest little box. You get this whole little packet when you order from them. This was called Mushrooms and Magic, their August 2024 box. You can't be a vampire if you're afraid of a little blood. This is Margie Fuston, the Revenant Games, and I love Margie Fuston. Me and Mr. Roro Sori, he is one of my usual commenters, and we both are huge fans of Margie Fuston. So when I heard that someone was coming out with a slightly special edition that was at least signed, I was like, yes! And it's like an interactive experience. So humans are vampires' prey. They aren't supposed to enjoy getting caught. I would. So it comes with a signed book plate. And here's what this is about. So, blood is survival for Bly, who lives in a poverty-stricken human village, and it is caught between enemy vampire and witch kingdoms. Most of the time, vampires and witches kind of have this like uneasy truce thing going on, and they sort of like buy human blood for their food and their spells. But for 2 weeks a year, the truce dissolves and they hold the Revenant Games. So any human can play in the games for either the witches or the vampires, and the witches will raise one person from the dead for whoever captures the highest ranking vampire. And the vampires offer immortality to whoever captures the most powerful witch. For most humans, the games are a ticket like out of poverty. Think like very Hunger Games-ish, right? But for Bly, it's a chance to get back her dead sister Elise and save her dying best friend Emerson. Together, she and Emerson forge a dangerous plan to play both sides and win both prizes. Resurrection for Elise and immortality for Emerson, obviously. But when the vampire they capture stirs a passion in Bly that she hasn't felt in a long time, she'll have to make a choice. Her sister, or the boy who's shown her there's more to life than just survival. Margie Fuston is a delightful writer, and when she does vampires, she always does them a little bit differently in every single book, but they're always done so well. And the way it works with Once Upon a Book Box, let me see if I can find an example. So you'll get to a certain point in the book, and it will say, open your gift, and there will be a corresponding present to open as you go along. And it's very like interactive. Each little present will relate to something that's on the page. And some of them are very personalized to the book. Like it would be something very, very specific, like a poster that will be drawn for the book that is like described in the book or something like that. And others will be useful items that are so fun. I once got like a pumpkin carving kits in like a Halloween box or jewelry, but other things, like you said, will be very specific to the book and be like very sentimental at the end of the book. They're Bridgerton boxes to die for. So I'm probably going to film myself opening all of the gifts with you and then tell you what I think about the book at the end. And none of the gifts will be like spoilery. If you care that there is a picture or a scarf or a cup that says like go witches in it in the book, no, they're never gonna spoil anything. So I'm really excited for that one. I didn't subscribe monthly to it. I just really wanted this book because I love Margie Fuston so much. Let's do a Probably Smut. Hey, hot stuff. Enjoy your Probably Smut. I shall. Thank you so much. See what I mean? Therapy. Oh, right. So I totally know what this book is, and I already read it, and I already loved it. And you're probably like, okay, genius, why did you buy a second copy then? Don't you, like, not generally do that? I almost canceled. I swear to you. But, like, here's the thing. First of all, I wanted stickers because I'm a sad little sticker person. But I found out that you had an option to add on page overlays. And for page overlays, okay, I just cannot resist. I just cannot resist. So here's what we got. They're not like the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life, but they really fit the book, and I think I can tell you exactly where they go. Oh, they're getting back into good annotations. Freya, Bjorn, Norse mythology, world building myth. The tension. Blank Vikings are hot. Badass moments. Oh, so sweet. Favorite quotes and foreshadowing. Some of these are getting fun again. Okay. A Fate Inked in Blood, which I absolutely loved, by Danielle L. Jensen. This is the first book in the saga of The Unfated. I loved this book so much. First of all, the Fairyloot edition overall. Definitely prettier, but probably Smut. These books were like 25 bucks, okay? We got a letter, we got it signed, we got a special different edition. It has that velvety feel. So this is about Freya, who basically has the worst, crappiest husband in the world, and he gets her stuck fighting this guy named Bjorn, who's like the Jarl's son, and she reveals while she's fighting him that she's a shield maiden because she doesn't want to get hurt. So she calls in a goddess, and the goddess protects her, and lo and behold, there is this prophecy, right? That whoever is, shall we say, connected to the shield maiden, bonded to the shield maiden, you know what I'm getting at here, they are going to unite all of the kingdoms. So of course the Jarl, his name is like Snoozin or something stupid. It's not that. He is like, all right, you are going to be bonded to me, even though I already have a wife. You're divorcing your husband. He fishes his freaking wish, which is a total pun because he's a fisherman. If you read the book, it was funny, okay? And my son, Bjorn, will be your protector. Bjorn, okay, total hottie, Freya's age. They have amazing chemistry. He is also blessed by gods and wields like this freaking axe that lights on fire. These two are fire. It is a fantastic Viking book. And I was like, this is me too violent. I'm not going to handle it. This is too much, y'all. It was great. I loved it. Bree's gone, knew I was going to love it. She's right. And I love that I have another copy. And I hope they do the rest of them because the page overlays alone are worth it to me. That's how much I loved this book. Y'all need to get on A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle L. Johnson. And I'm sure you've already read it. Like, who hasn't crowed about this? I've been crowing about this forever. Actually, this dress kind of matches the other version of it. I'm gonna stop talking. Okay. Moving right along, we're gonna do Bookish Box. I love that they're doing their green envelopes again, though. So many points, Bookish Box. This is the December adult box from 2023, I think. We're in 2024 now. Serpent and the Wings of Night. Okay, so the Serpent and the Wings of Night. This is a really pretty reverse dust jacket. That is a creepy man. No. Nope. He is not doing it for me. That's a lovely signature page, though. Why did your hair color change? Are there two men? I don't even know. This was the last ever like adult bookish box. I kind of wanted to have it, even though I do already have a copy of this series, and I also really wanted to see what they were going to do with it, because sometimes I just think they have the most amazing editions. Unfortunately, I don't love some of the artwork. It's so dark. It actually comes up better on the camera almost. I like it, I do, but it is hard to see this one. So this is Carissa Broadbent's. I also ordered their other series of hers. I did want to have both versions of her series, if that makes sense, because I was wondering if they were going to make them match, and they did not at all. This looks nothing like Daughter of No Worlds. So if you don't know what this one is about, I'm pretty sure everyone does at this point, but this one is about a girl who was raised in the vampire court by like a vampire daddy, not that kind of daddy. She is a human, and in order to gain more power, she decides to enter these like vampire trial thingies. But obviously she's going to be at a disadvantage as a human against lots of strong vampires. But if she wins, she gets this like wish from a queen, and then she can like basically be on par with the other vampires and hold her own forever. Of course, she joins up with another vampire, and in teaming up with him, he's gonna like help her out a little bit, and of course it's gonna be like the two of them having a romance. I've heard great things, but I wanted to read Daughters of No Worlds first, and my copies finally came in. So yeah, totally get to those super soon. Here are the tips. A, feisty, fantastic heroine. Forced proximity, hidden powers. Who did this to you? I love that trope. The slowest slow burn. Oh no. Enemies to allies to lovers. I can live with that. And found family. So, you know the series. I know the series. Here you go. Let's see what else they sent me. They sent me a book separate from the envelope. The Crown of Oaths and Curses sticker. It is indeed the Crown of Oaths and Curses, and it is quite pretty, by J. Bree. The fates have blessed you with a mate. His name is Prince Soren Celestial, heir to the throne of the Southern Lands, and your union shall unite a shattered kingdom. We have a... I hate it when they do quite this much writing on reverse dust jackets, but I do love the actual dust jacket. Oh, but I love the vibes of the just straight up book. Like, that's so regal. Tell me that's not so pretty, y'all. This kind of reminds me of, whoa, that one book by Cal Woods, Into the Forest. It has kind of the same look, right? Same artwork. I love that. Do they mean to make the papers this dull, though? I feel like something, like, faded out or went wrong with the printing on the sides here. But there's our signature. I think that's the original artwork, which I love when they include that so much. So this is the Bookish Box from January 2024. This is the first of their new like revamped Bookish Box when they switched over to Bookish versus Darkly. So we've got tropes, forced marriage, dual POVs, ultimate enemies to question marks. Excuse me, it better be to freaking lovers and fated mates. You just spoiled yourself with that one by bother with the question marks here. So The Crown of Oaths and Curses by J. Bree. I love when they actually include the descriptions on the inside flaps. Thank you so much. This is about a girl who apparently devoted her life to a king who was not her own and lost everything in doing so. She now lives in this like super ravaged world, and like people who are ruling it, she is just doing whatever they want basically. And her friendships and loyalties mean nothing. Nada. The only thing that does matter now, the savage prince. Her fate. Her fated mate. He is heir to the high fae throne of the Southern Lands. Tragic fate, man. Boy, like you could do worse, right? And he is known for his brutality and cold heart. We've heard this before, but like, I'm sure if you hear that about your betrothed, you're not gonna be thrilled. I get it, okay? But with the kingdom on the brink of ruin, poor Chicky Poo here has no choice but to marry the Prince and High of the Fae. Oh, and the war between the Fae and the witches rages. Ooh, and there is no end in sight, so her destiny is clear. Help the prince defeat his enemies before it is too late. One small problem. She is Brooksbane Evening Star. I don't know why this is a problem. Let me guess, she's a witch. The favored child returned, a witch of the woods. Oh, did I see that coming? The greatest enemy of my fate's blessed mate. I love star-crossed lovers. This is gonna be phenomenal. I have heard really good things about J. Bree in general. I'm not sure if it was this book or not, but I think it might have been. I love this edition, except for these, which usually I put on display. So I'm gonna have to figure that out because A miss on the sprayed edges. Yikes, guys. Lastly, from Bookish Box, is this my first Darkly Box? Did I already unbox Darkly Box? I can't keep track anymore. But we got Gothicana by Runix, which I'm sure you've heard of. This is like dark academia, in case you can't tell. The sprayed edges are pretty. We have seen similar stuff from them. I feel like I have a lot of similar sprayed edges, so I'm like, ooh, oh, we went hard on the reverse dust jacket though. I kind of love that. How does it look silver and gold at the same time? Am I cuckoo? Don't answer that. Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, I feel like this is like Emerald City. Little we're off to see the Gothicana. I am your beast, I am your madness, and you're my afterlife. I love that they're including the descriptions now, though. So this is the eternal romance of Beauty and the Beast meets the gothic suspense of Dracula in an erotic, dark academia story. An unusual girl, an enigmatic man, an ancient castle. What could go wrong? So an outcast her entire life. I'm holding this up. I like this better. So this is what you're getting. Corvina is left adrift after her mother dies. Oh, that is really sad. I'm sorry, Corvina. But when she gets her admissions letter to the University of Varenmore. So the last thing apparently she expected was a giant castle on top of a mountain. Really? Did you read the name of the place you are being admitted to? You also didn't expect secrets, deceit, or death, apparently. That's really a shame. You don't know you're in a book called Gothicana, though. And then apparently the other person that we're going to be learning about is a part-time professor there named, not Vlad, but Vad. Really, you could have just used the L. It's fine. Like, we got it. But we're going to go with Vad or Vod. I don't care. Now, he has been around long enough to know all of the dangers that the castle possesses. And he knows the minute he meets Corvina, she is dangerous to everything that he is. I'll bet she is. Apparently, they should not have caught one another's eye because they cannot be. Is it just the professor thing? Is it just the professor thing? I feel like it's not just the professor thing. A chill-inducing century-old mystery forces them to collide. Are we getting a real-life mystery in this too? Because I would love that. People have disappeared every 5 years over the past century. Okay, I'm down. And Corvina is getting close to unraveling it, so Vod needs to keep an eye on her. Is he disappearing people? Oh no! And Sophie has a tale of the mysterious, the morbid, the macabre, and a deep love that blossoms the unlikeliest of places. I mean, if it's the dungeon, you know, that's not that unlikely either. It depends on the type of dungeon. Next up, I think we're going to do Fabled, because it's been a while, and we are continuing with the wild, crazy, very suggestive lips and banana boxes. This is beautiful. Look at this. This is Deep Waters by Emma Ham. Do you see that? I don't know if you're getting the like almost peacocky detail in the tail, but this is stunning. I am loving the ombre, the swirls. We get the blue here, the purple here. Like, it looks like a map on the back or something. Is that catching? This is so beautiful. And it is hand signed. This is really lovely. Apparently this is in the Whispers of the Deep series. This is the Moonlight box from December. They're catching up. This is our last box from 2023, I guess. We're getting there. We're getting there. So our tropes are enemies to lovers, opposites attract, forbidden love, and bully turn nice guy with 4 peppers. And when they say 4 peppers, they do mean it. Like, they do. There are quite a few triggers, apparently. So won't this be fun? This is a pretty new book. So this is about Mira, and she is an engineer apparently who works under the sea, and she's trying to like prove herself worthy, make her family proud, yada yada yada, you know the point. And she helps keep this mysterious city under the sea running and working as best as it can. It is her dream to see it flourish. I'd be terrified to live under the ocean. Like, can you imagine looking out and like, hi, there's a shark, or oh look, there's a crack in our bubble? No, not for me, but you go for it. And then one day she is on a solo mission in an abandoned section of the city, and she encounters a monster of legend, an Undine, a dangerous mermaid from an ancient civilization long forgotten, named Argus. I think that's how you say it. And he has spent his entire life like fighting for his people. And basically, he's taking one look at this new civilization and like, okay, we're going to eradicate you. We had a peaceful time down here this whole time. Basically, you're threatening our way of life. Get out. But this little human woman accidentally sort of saves him and unknowingly creates a bond between the two of them. Oopsie, one he can't ignore. Even though her flaming red hair haunts his dreams. Oh, are we getting reverse Little Mermaid here? He needs her information on his enemies. So he steals her, beats her, only to realize his bond is far deeper than captor and captive. Oh, is it now? That's usually how it goes. That is usually how it goes. And he can't let her go, but he also can't keep her under the sea. Human, air, requirements. So, in a battle to determine if love can survive a war beneath the waves, it'll be their decision that changes the tides. Oh, I love ending with the puns. You go, Emma Ham. She has a great series, by the way, if you love Labyrinth. That kind of does the whole, like, Goblin King thing, kidnapping a girl. So if you like that too, she really has some good ones out there. I enjoy Emma Ham quite a bit. Video is brought to you by F for Fabled and their freaking love of shrink wrap and their love of skulls, which continues with Start a War by L. Thorpe. Wow, that's a title and a half. L. Thorpe, I don't want to start a war. You start a war. Yee. Okay, this is just, oh, I don't even know what I'm looking at. Something mechanical. I don't even know what that is. If you know what that is, you can tell me. I don't know why we would be starting war over that, but sure. This is their Knight's book, and it has enemies to lovers. It's a reverse harem, yes! FMMM, age gap brothers, best friends. Oh, biker MC. So I'm assuming the inside of that was something to do with a motorcycle, which would explain my utter lack of recognition. Fantastic. Synopsis. Do you want some goldfish crackers, Bliss? Those were the last words my brother said to me before he was okay. All right. So, really bad childhood. Brother is gone. And that was a childhood code that meant run. And so she didn't, because the person who often is still out there and she needs to find him. And in order to catch a killer, okay, this is fun. She's going to put aside her life of money and luxury and take over running the Psychos, the dive bar and the seedy underbelly of Saint View. That's capitalized. That's where she lives, I suppose. How fun. But Psychos delivers her more than she ever could have bargained for. It's called Psychos. What did you think was going to happen, Bliss? And 3 men she never saw coming. Well, you know what? Silver lining times 3. Nash, her brother's best friend, older, more experienced, and still remembers her as the neglected child he once saved. Oh, well, that's gonna put a kink in things. War, heir to a biker gang thrown, searching for the man who left his mom in a coma. Well, that's nice. Start a war. You need to get his engines going. I get it now. Bonded over a common goal, he introduces me to a world of after-hours clubs, danger, and violence, and Vincent, the quiet new guy no one seems to notice except for, of course, our dear sweet Bliss. And he's sweet and quirky, and there's a darkness just waiting to be unleashed. It's always the quiet ones. My husband was a quiet one, I'm telling y'all. Get a quiet one. So, with every lie they uncover, every secret they expose, the danger mounts. There's one thing they know for sure. The killer is out there, and they're his next targets. Well, that's one way to catch a killer. These books usually get scarier and scarier as we proceed through them, so I'm like a little terrified. Oh no, this is Twilight. Twilight's usually the safe book. Next up, we have The Seldom Wings in the Winged Spirits trilogy by Becca Westrup. Actually, it's quite beautiful. I'm getting, like, can you imagine reading this around Halloween? Like, check that out. I'm loving the vibes. Okay, we don't have reverse dust jacket, which is a little bit of a bummer, but we do. Oh, I get it. Yeah, I kind of love it. Angels will mourn. Oh, there's a castle in the middle of these wings. Can you see that? That's kind of cool. It is signed. Ouch. It's always the same on the back. It's little like feathers with like electricity and just plain on the top and bottom. All right. Let's see what the Seldom Wings has going on. So our tropes are love triangle, enemies to lovers, single dad, hidden identities, morally gray heroine. Okay. Found family, slow burn, and arranged marriage with 2 peppers. Okay, I am good with this. So this is about Sia, not that Sia, keep your chandeliers hanging where they are. And she is super busy and has been for many years because she is hiding in a place called the Gnashing Forest, dodging her dad's bounty hunters and ignoring the nameless magic in her veins. Well, I'm betting it has something to do with electricity. And then one day she receives a letter. How do you get a letter when you're hiding in a forest? An owl? It's from an estranged lover, and she returns to the coast she used to call her home, within reach of her father's magical city, hovering above the smog and the arranged marriage waiting for her. Clearly, not a place she wishes to linger, cannot imagine. It is noxious and filled with rebels and witches and other humans who become walking corpses when they die. Leave. Leave now. Go back to your forest. Back to your forest. But what was intended to be a brief visit turns into a deathbed promise. She agrees to look after her first love's human child until her widower proves he can care for his daughter himself. The thing with promises is, you can't break them. No seraph can. Oh, we got angel stuff. Here we go. At least not without severe consequences. So, while navigating the feelings she develops for the angry widower and her own grief, she becomes entangled in a mysterious string of dismembered corpses. Why? That are roaming the smog, and a strange detective who refuses to leave her alone. As the desperate undead draw closer and closer to the child she is sworn to protect, Sia races to find the person responsible for creating all of them. She needs to figure it out quickly too, or she may fall right back into her father's scorching hands. Okay, I'm getting some daddy is like King Angel Zeus kind of thing. I actually think this does sound Halloween-y or Christmassy if you're really twisted. This is my very first box from Moonlight Book Box. This is their April subscription, and I am so psyched to be a subscriber. When you subscribe, by the way, they call you moonbeams in all of their emails. Don't you want to be a moonbeam, guys? Okay, so we have part of the Dark Hearts fairy tale retelling series. This is Rise of the Cinder Fae by Whitney Dean. Check it out. We got pumpkins, y'all. Ooh, what a foolish doe to graze where lions play. If a man said that to me, do you understand? Like, I mean, he'd have to be able to carry it off. Okay, here are our beautiful sprayed edges. And like the foiling is that rainbow stuff going on. I have seen another version of this, I think that was, okay, I may have liked another cover better. No art is beating this. This is like, this feels like real art paper. This is like thick, proper art paper, you guys. It is so unbelievably beautiful. The camera's not getting this. This is, oh my god, and the signature page is upside down. Oh, and it's next to this adorable pumpkin page. Oh no! Do I tell them? Do they know this is a problem? Oh no! I think I've had this for a while too. Oh, the binding's a little wonky too. Oh. The artwork is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, this, just based on the paper it's on, beats out Fairyloot. I think if this is the kind of artwork we're going to be getting from Moonlight Box, I'm in awe. I mean, we've seen these type covers before, but the internal artwork is quite possibly some of the best I've ever seen in my life. I'm dying over the upside down page. Okay, well, I can live with this. So let's talk about what the book is about really quick. This is about Alora, who lives in this broken kingdom called Ashbury, where she has been living her whole life and resenting the royals of, wait for it, Pumpkin Hollow, the kingdom that caused the downfall of Ashbury, right? Total jerks, and procured the town as their own. So Ashbury is separated from like pretty much everything and kind of looks like squander and starve, and all that they have to protect them is the bridge that is separating them from everything else, which is made of glass, and the promise of protection from a king named Jasper. I'm sorry to say, it's a semi-precious stone. We'll go with it. And it is his job to make sure that no one goes in and searches their like ashy valleys and red skies for apparently this magic that's like lurking within there somewhere. Wonder who's gonna have it? Alora? Possibly. And all this occurred because 25 years ago the Cinder Fae arrived, of which Alora is one, and they have a magic that allows them to mine. I guess it's really dangerous or something. It requires magic, and they're the only ones who can get the coal that can help keep everyone in the kingdom warm. So Alora and the Cinder Fae, right, not only do they have this magic, they also have a secret that could end Ashbury. And the mysterious winged creatures who, despite Alora's best efforts, right, they're not letting on where the heck they came from or why they can't go back. So out of sheer desperation, Alora finally is like, you know what? In order to save my beloved Fae, I'm going to drink from this enchanted spring. Because if I do this, I'm pretty sure I can convince the Prince of Pumpkin Hollow to fall in love with me and guarantee safety for everyone and happily ever after. Yada, yada, yada. But of course, what is really in danger now? Heart. Cinderella with Fae. We got pumpkins, we got glass bridges now instead of slippers. I'm here for it. And here are all the tropes we have to enjoy in this. Enemies to lovers, arranged marriage, only one horse, slow burn. But we get 3 peppers according to Moonlight Book Box. We will see what their 3 peppers look like. My 3 peppers, it takes a lot. Okay, I read a lot of white cheese. So good luck to Rise of the Cinder Fae in satisfying my requirements for 3 peppers. I will update you later. But I'm really excited to have this. Did you see the artwork? Moonlight Book Box, I am super impressed. And if you are gonna keep up this level of artwork, I'm totally psyched to be a subscriber. Next up, we have a bunch of boxes from Fairyloot still. Yes! I was so excited when I heard that Fairyloot was doing this one. This is their March box. This is their young adults. This is A Tempest of Tea by Hafsa Faisal, and I am so psyched to read this book. Oh my goodness, look at this edition. It is beautiful. I'm sure you've already seen it because everybody else already filmed it. But this is, oh, that's a, can you, oh, I guess I can show it. It does not have a reversed dust jacket, but look at that. And here is, so I'm obsessed with tea. You're gonna get me with that anyway, but this is supposed to be like 6 of crows. But then we've got like vampires and a salon as well. If you haven't heard what this is about, this was one of my most anticipated releases for March, and oh my goodness, I am so psyched for this one. So if the name sounds familiar, this is the author of We Hunt the Flame, and it is going to be the first in a duology. I love it when we know the length of a series, but this is about Arthi, and she is a criminal mastermind and collector of secrets, and she runs a tea room by day, but by night it turns into an illegal blood house for vampires. That's right, I love it. A tea room and a blood house for vampires. I'm obsessed by that. The general aesthetic alone, I'm in love with. One day her business is threatened and she knows she can't like save it alone, so she goes to one of her adversaries and decides to strike a deal with them, right? And she forms a crew. Of course, here's the 6 of crows part. So her and her crew decide that they're going to infiltrate the glittering vampire society, but not everyone on her crew is actually completely and totally on her side. And as their heist unfolds, she finds herself in the middle of this conspiracy. Who doesn't love a good conspiracy, right? That may change the entire world as she knows it completely. It's supposed to be dark and action-packed, and I am quoting here, swoon-worthy. I am so psyched for this book, and if it's not good, I may cry actual tears. Enough to fill a teapot, perhaps. The other book from this month, oh my god, another one I was so freaking excited for. I was dying. The theme was Swan Lake. And if you've ever danced ballet, A Feather So Black immediately caught your attention by Lyra Celine. And this is not just Swan Lake, this is freaking Swan Princess, y'all. If you did not see that movie, you're missing out for longer than I'm not gonna sing. I was obsessed with that movie when I was a kid. It was so ahead of its time, okay? There's this prince, right? And he grows up knowing he has to marry this princess, and finally he realizes she's beautiful, and he's like, we will marry at once. And she's like, thank you, but why? And he's like, you're beautiful. And she's like, thank you, but what else? And he's like, but what else is there? And his like valet is like, how to offend a woman in 5 syllables or less. I loved the movie, guys. And look at this. Look at this. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? I'm dead. This is this. Oh my god. I am in love with this book. Oh, you did so good, Fairyloot. This color scheme. Are you joking me? Are you joking me? This is beyond stunning. I'm ready for the art. I was not ready for the art. I was not ready. This is so unbelievably freaking, it's signed, beautiful. Okay, it's the same in the back, but I'm okay. It's so pretty, I don't care. Fairyloot, this was worth being late for. You're forgiven. F is for forgiveness. All right, A Feather So Black is a sizzling fantasy romance set in a world of perilous magic, moonlit forests, spinning seductive tale of a changeling princess, her cursed sister, and the dangerous Fey Lord she must defeat to save her family. Sorry, I'm so excited for this one. You have no idea. So basically, this is about a girl who is actually a changeling. She is super, super rare, and she was left behind by the fair folk when they stole the High Queen's daughter. And basically, when like a hidden gate between worlds is discovered, obviously the High Queen's gonna be like, hey, changeling, go get the girl whose place you took, please and thank you, I hope is included. Like, I'm assuming she actually cares for the girl. Go break your curse, you know, but she doesn't have to go alone. She goes with Prince Rogan, who is the real princess's betrothed, not that she would know him, and her childhood best friend. And unfortunately, I'm pretty sure she also has like a massive crush on the guy, so that's gonna complicate things like a teeny tiny bit. But the two go into this world where there's all this like dangerous magic and everything basically wants to hurt you or eat you. It's like Australia. How I imagine it would be in a slightly more magical version of it anyway. Everything's a deadly illusion, basically. Have fun, good luck. And Fia, of course, yes, has the feels, and then she catches some more feels when she meets the dark-haired fae holding Yala captive. That's the real princess. He might be more monster than man, but he also seems to understand Fia in a way no one ever has. Light versus dark. Do we not love this trope? I'm so excited for this book, you guys. That's right, folks. Our very first Romantasy box, which apparently people were like, about this choice, but I'm pretty sure I'm also getting a copy from Bookish Box because I've been really busy doing things that you may or may not be seeing that are right behind that camera very soon. So I really hope I like Lore of the Wilds by Annalise Brana because boy, I'm gonna have multiple copies. But like the very first thing in the description is a library with a deadly enchantment. So you know what? I'm feeling good about it. Oh, these vibes. Guys, who was complaining about this book? Oh, were people complaining because it's an older book? Was that it? I want to read it. It's even harder to find awesome editions of older books. Are you guys crazy? Are you see? Look at this. Ooh, oh, oh, we love this. This is, yes. Ooh, oh, yes. Someone draw me like this. Fairyloot, draw me like the girl in Lore of the Wilds. Oh, yes. So we've got a library with deadly enchantments. We've got a Fey Lord who wants in, and a human woman willing to risk it all for a taste of power. So basically, this is about Lore, who is completely and totally stuck in her village, and she like literally has scars from trying to escape. I mean, literally stuck in her village, and it is ruled by this super ruthless fae. Like, she's been stuck there for, well, the 21 years of her life so far. But when her village is threatened, she makes this desperate deal with a Fey Lord, right? She's like, okay, look, dude, I will risk my life for wealth, but what she really wants is the one thing Fae want more than anything. The other thing they want more than anything. Magic, right? A magic all her own. So she is willing to totally navigate like super hostile world outside of her village, and while doing so, she's forced to rely on two Fae male in order to survive. Let's just pause and enjoy them for a moment. Oh, love triangle, anyone? These Fae cannot get into this library, okay? They cannot, but there's a chance that a human can. It's still gonna be super freaking dangerous, but she's willing to take that chance for them. Isn't she thoughtful? And then, of course, when undeniable chemistry ignites, she's not just in danger of losing her life, but her heart to the creatures she can never truly trust. Which one? To which one? To both? Are we gonna? You're never gonna do that for me. It is the perfect cottagecore book about books with a love triangle that will keep you guessing. I am so excited for this. It's for fairy tale cottagecore vibes, guys. Is the F thing getting annoying? I feel like it's getting annoying, but I'm really committed at this point. So F is for I'm really freaking sorry. Now, finally, their April box, which arrived May. It was in the double digits. Yes, it was. The young adult box is darker by 4. We've got vengeance, we've got angst, we've got magic and tension in Darker by 4 by June C.L. Tan, and this is quite beautiful. These are not like the vibes I was imagining, especially with a title like that, but this is really beautiful. Nope, this is more vibes. Yep. So this is what the original cover looks like. So you can understand why I was like, oh, I might like this more than I thought. When you get the combo box, like, you have no choice. You're getting both books because you're always going to want one. But this is really beautiful. I might like this more than I thought. If the design has... And then I open the book and I'm like, nope, back to, I don't think I'm going to be thrilled by this one. Actually, this looks snarky and fun now again. See, I'm getting very confusing vibes. Anyway, this is about Rui. She is an exorcist in training, right? And she has one goal in mind. She's going to hone her skills. She's going to avenge her mother who died. And then we've also got Urin, and he is totally the black sheep of his family. They are super illustrious. Life should be great for him, and things would be if he was born with the magic. He kind of was supposed to be whoopsie there. And then one day an accident causes Rui's powers to transfer to Urin. And you know what? Everything should be great for Urin now. Now he's got everything. Aren't you having a blessed year, Ruin? But things kind of turn everything upside down. So without her magic, Rui, she no longer has a tool for vengeance. And with it, Urin finally feels like he belongs. Yay for Urin. We're not rooting for Urin. I'm not rooting for Urin. Anyway, of course, that can't be the end of things because dangerous monsters are overrunning the city. So Rui's like, hey, I'm gonna go to this super shadowy stranger to track down a god who doesn't want to be found. I'll make a deal with you to do it, super shadowy stranger. And the super shadowy stranger is like, yes, this is totally a plan. I will help you track him down. We will make this deal so you can get your powers back. I think it sounds like fun, but I'm so confused by the vibes. Like, I hope it's good. I haven't heard anything about it, no reviews, so we'll see. They usually pick good books. And then their adult book, of course, was Evocation. Only blood can rewrite blood. Ooh. So they didn't change the actual book a ton, but I'm kind of glad because it's so iconic. Obviously, it's based on the Hanged Man tarot card. Oh my gosh. Wow, wait till you see this. Okay, so this is by S.T. Gibson, the author of A Dowry of Blood, and check out what we got going on for the reverse dust jacket. I'd rather be exceptional than average. Pressure is part of the package. Oh, look at that. We do have other tarot cards. The High Priestess and the Chariot. Dude, you're having a day. Good luck. Oh. This is a heck of a book. The Moon and the Devil. Okay, so we really are going full, like, oh. Wow, this is intense, Fairyloot. Okay, this is really exciting. This is about David, and he is 30, he's doing great, he's living a great life, he's part of a secret society, kind of moonlighting in there, doing like small magical stuff, you know? But unfortunately, when his dad died, this family curse comes down to fall upon him, and it's kind of like this deal with the devil kind of thing, not a great thing you want coming for you. So he turns to the only person he's ever really trusted, which is his ex-boyfriend, who's also in his secret society, might I add, Reese, who's also a sorcerer. But the only way to get to Reese is to go through Moira, Reese's wife, who happens to be an astrologer. Now all the tarot cards are making sense for all of us. So it's up to the three of them to navigate magic riddled Boston with all of its secret societies and familial bonds from beyond the grave. Good luck with that one. And so much more. Basically, like, the three of them are gonna be a throuple. I'm saying it like right now. Get ready for the vibes. S.T. Gibson is just... oh, I'm so excited for this one. I just cannot tell you. I think it's going to be phenomenal. I think it's going to be so richly explored and beautifully done as well. I know I heard such amazing things about Dowry of Blood. No, I haven't gotten there. Give me till Halloween. But like, this one sounds even better to me than Dowry of Blood did. That one sounded like it was going to hurt my heart a lot. So I am so excited to own this one, and I love this edition. Owlcrate box for this month is like teeny tiny and adorable. So I'm very curious to see what's in here. Last month, the boxes really packed a punch with their items, if I recall correctly. So I'm pretty excited. We've got Death to the Undying. Okay, I'm not looking at anything. We have a very cute little box, super adorable, and it has something that attaches to a jar. Home is what you take with you, not what you leave behind. It's adorable. I guess it could be a TBR jar. It's from the 5th season. Oh my god, that book broke my heart. Fill the vessel with water, take a cutting of your favorite house plant, and set it into the hole in the cork. Within a few days, you'll have a brand new plant. No, I won't. Other people might. I kill everything. I've killed succulents and cacti, and you're not supposed to be able to do that, but I can. Handcrafted perfume oil. Okay, this sounds like a migraine waiting to happen, but I'm currently on migraine medication because I had one all day today. Been kind of the story of my life. Volkista, bergamot, spearmint, and black tea. I want to drink this as a tea. This smells amazing. It smells like tea. This smells like my favorite tea room. And they're closed right now because they're moving. Oh my god, you guys, this smells incredible. An Owlcrate exclusive, handcrafted. Fractionated coconut oil, fragrance, vitamin. This smells amazing. It just smells like joy and happiness and tea and Bridgerton. Owlcrate. What a clever idea. Another pin. What are we now? Perfect pairing, 4 of 12. I think I lost one already. No, I'm sure it's in here. Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. I'm so afraid to read these books because I've heard they're gonna hurt me so much. They usually move in some way. Do you open? Do you move? I'm gonna break it. Are you moving? Maybe this one doesn't move. Maybe they're not supposed to move and I've been breaking all of them. There's a theory. Creatures and Companions, an Owlcrate exclusive limited edition collection from Sorcery Thorns. I love Sorcery Thorns so much. No, stop, you didn't. Meet my new favorite book. It's the only kind of cat I'm not allergic to. Oh my god. You guys. I love it so much. Oh, I'm in love with that. Okay. Curious. Name of God. Reading checklist. Read a book off your TBR. Read an Owlcrate book. Read a book that was published at least 5 years ago. Read a book with a morally great character. Read a book you are enjoying. Read a duology trilogy. Read a book from perspective, background different than your own. Read a debut novel. Read a book that intimidates you. Read a library. It's a little reading challenge. Why didn't they make it so that you can change them out? I'm gonna break it trying to make it so you can. What a great idea! They slot. You probably figured that out. This is so cute! Guys, this is adorable! Owlcrate. That is truly darling. Your blood, my bones by Kelly Andrew. You are of the earth, and the earth is in your blood. Look how, this is like, mortal life is so fleeting, but love is as enduring as death. When our legacy is done, let it be forgotten. Oh, they did it too dark. That's tough to see. Sometimes it comes through better on camera. I hope that comes through a little better on camera. This is a little tricky. Nothing exciting with the edges. I think it's the exact same color as a Heartless Hunter. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is pretty though. Cottagecore, but scary. Oh, it's different on the back. I'm loving the Polaroid picture thing. And I love that they bind in the author letters so much, but with separate signature. I do love that so much from Owlcrate. A girl who will not love, a boy who cannot die. A twisted destiny neither can escape. Oh, Christ on a cracker. Okay, all right. Y'all, I just read the description and I did not read the description very clearly before I was like, yes, I would love to receive this book because holy crow, I don't know if I can handle this around Halloween. Are you ready for this one? Owlcrate, this is their YA box, okay? You ready? I'm pretty sure this could have come like from a Fabled box. All right. So this is about Wyatt, right? She just inherited a farmhouse. How nice for Wyatt. Her plans are basically like burn it to the ground. She's done with it. And she's just making like a final walkthrough through her childhood home. I don't know. She wants to like build something else, renovate, sell the land. I'm not sure. But you know what? It should be burnt to the ground because she makes a shocking discovery in the basement. You want to know what that is? It's a who, not a what. Peter, who she thought was her childhood bestie, but he's basically strung up and left for dead in the basement. That's right, Peter. He cannot die. He has some sort of like demigod thing going on and he has suffered many multiple ritual sacrifices in which he is basically left for dead by her family on this property for centuries. He never remains dead for long after these sacrifices, but he doesn't really get to live either because he knows what's coming again and again and again for him. Yeah, Wyatt's family, utterly fantastic. And the only way he can end this wonderful, joyful cycle is to end the family. That means Wyatt. Oh, I see the conflict here. Now, see, there is a problem because there are all these spells that are protecting this property, right? And now that Wyatt's parents are, you know, kaput, they're starting to unravel and all these dark forces are gathering around the property. And I guess it's kind of like, is the devil you know better than the devil you don't? Wyatt is like, hey, Peter, I know my family's been terrible, but the only way for me to repair these spells is for you to help me learn about the magic that I kind of didn't really know that I had, and you need to help me deal with this stuff. Sorry. But can she really trust him since he swore an oath to destroy her? I don't know. I feel like justice for Peter, and then apparently the past is going to turn out to haunt them in an unexpected way, and they're forced to rely on one another to survive, or else, you know, tear each other apart. Whatever it's going to be, I'm rooting for Peter either way. I normally root for love, but quite frankly, I feel like he deserves revenge in this one. YA Owlcrate. We were having such a lovely box, too. We're moving on to Illumicrate. So we have Studio AO for Illumicrate. I wish for you to not go anywhere without me in this world and the next. I wish for you to choose me. Wait, I know this quote. Do I know this quote? It's just a charming little mine's broken. Can I fix it? Ouch! That was not a good choice. Oh, now I've totally broken it. I'm gonna fix it later. Choose me bookmark tin from Song of Silver Flame like 9. And I totally can fix this, I think. What is it with you guys trying to get us readers to go outside and touch dirt? And like put our feet in the earth. What part of me says gardener? I mean, they're very cute. No. Oh, they smell awful. Oh my god. Okay, they're very, very, very cute, but they smell like they're gonna give me cancer. Botanical Constellation Gardening. Summon the power from the surviving sky. Okay. Ooh, what is this? Oh, reusable makeup remover pads? I get it in theory, but do you know how much makeup I wear? Moths and Poppies reusable from the Bone season. Okay, these are really adorable. If I was a good human being and took better care of the planet, I'm sure I would use reusable makeup cloths. But do you know how many of these I would need? In theory, sure. But what I really need is like a cleansing balm and just like dousing a couple times, then in oil, like, and then we go in with soap. But in theory, it could be nice. I feel like I'd ruin these in a very short amount of time, but sure. In theory. A box! Jigsaw Puzzle, the science fiction bookcase, 1,000 pieces. This is so cute! Oh my goodness! Oh no, this is so cute. Oh, I love puzzles. Oh, this must be the full thing. This is darling. I will someday have time to build a puzzle again. I don't even have time to read right now. Okay, I love that. To Gaze Upon Wicked Gods by Molly X. Chang. This one looks so good, you guys. Look how beautiful. I love the glitter we have running through there. This is gorgeous. Okay, no reverse dust jacket, but look at this. This is beautiful. This is so beautiful. Oh, it makes a whole scene. Keys. Yeah. Okay. Like, this is beautiful. And it is signed. So, she has power over death. He has power over her. And when two enemies strike a dangerous bargain, will they end a war or ignite one? Heroes die, cowards live. Yikes. So for as long as Yang Ru-Ying has been alive, she's lived in this empire of Air Lang, and it's been occupied by the Romans, okay? Despite the fact that her people kind of have magic, the Romans came in and were like, hey, we have advanced science. We have technology and we have amazing military, and that basically makes us gods to you guys. So you're stuck with us forever. But Marie, she is special. She's been blessed by death, capital D, and born with the ability to pull life out of mortal bodies. When the second Prince of Rome, Antony, he uncovers her power and he offers her this deal. She becomes a private assassin and gets rid of his political rivals who are totally bad for everybody. Like, not just him, but like everybody in the whole empire. Like, totally. He promises he will keep her family safe. And not just safe, but like well-fed and comfortable, which she cannot guarantee. Nobody can, but basically him. It's a pretty good deal. And she's like, can she trust him? And he totally promises like he's gonna make the world better once he's on the throne. And her heart is like, yes, he's handsome and I'm aching for him. And her pulse is like, okay, she's totally into the prince, all right? And now comes the big questions, of course. Is her agreement really a good thing? Is it for the greater good? Or is she betraying her entire nation just to guard her family and maybe like get some time with Princey Pooh over there? So I'm really excited for this one. I think it's going to be a fantastic time. And this book, it has good binding. It's like the floppy hardbacks, like not the open it with a crunch and you're afraid to read it. I'm so excited for this one, you guys. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for joining me for this unboxing, which was F for frightening, F for frenetic, F for I hope fun, F for maybe fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me as always. I hope you had a good time. This was definitely therapeutic for me. I am so excited by all of these new books. And thank you again. Every comment, every like, it really does mean a lot. And I would appreciate it if you would leave a comment or leave a thumbs up. And please do subscribe. I love being here on YouTube. It's kind of been the bright spot in 2024 for me. But on the plus side, my book collection has never looked better. But that's it for me today. I will let you get back to your book and I'll be getting back to mine. I am currently reading some fun books. I'm kind of in a why choose mood, but I feel my Bridgerton era is fast approaching, so get ready to join me in the Regency era. Yes, I'll be dressing the part. I'll see you then, guys. Bye.